It's very unfortunate that that happened because, like Dachi and ESLA, people had specific contracts with specific entities. They didn't have a contract with the central government. For the central government to now be, running around and state-owned enterprises are being treated as if they are just, we know in practice they are, but legally these are separate institutions. So if Cocoa Board wants to pay its creditors, the government has to be. Of course, some of those obligations have been deferred to the government or extended to the government because of the precarious situation that these state enterprises are. And it's true that some of these special purpose vehicles are just shells. My argument is that notwithstanding, we are not yet at a level where we have a full-blown economic crisis, but we can get there. A full-blown economic crisis is literally, as you said, what happened in Sri Lanka, where you have people not being paid, you have shops running out of goods and routes in the streets. Then you get to a national security crisis where the president literally runs away from the Jubilee House. We are not there. It's objectively and evidently we are not there. So we have a lot of room still left. And there's also a lot of legitimacy still left in the government. It's still issuing treasury bills and people are still buying them. Though, some entities must buy credit bills. A lot of those that are buying must not buy. They don't have a regulatory requirement to buy. So the government even still has credit. In those circumstances, why do you allow things to degenerate further?
Bright, sorry, but I said my last question, but I think 1.5 billion dollars import cover, and you say we are not at any point, and we don't have the Eurobond market. We don't have the Eurobond market where we usually would have gone to when we got to such a place.
We are in a dire fiscal crisis. Let me be very clear what I'm trying to explain. We are in a dire fiscal crisis. The government's finances are in a terrible state. That notwithstanding, because we are still in that process of unfolding, it has not totally wrecked the economy. Because if it had, you will see the evidence as we've seen elsewhere, right? So we are in a similar situation like Zambia, maybe a bit worse than Zambia, but that's not a full-blown economic crisis yet. And so I'm qualifying my words. I'm saying that the situation is really bad, but it's not a point where it's not salvageable. Given that it's salvageable, the government has the chance to retrieve from the brink, right? The things that the government must do are not desperate yet. If we wait for a couple of weeks of this recalcitrance, the government's position will now be desperate. If it becomes desperate, you will see it more evidently around you. It will not be the kind of situation you're having now. You have rolling blackouts.
Some of you